Hello, everyone. My name is Giles Eady. I'm a Senior Associate Dean of Undergraduate Admission at Emory University in the lovely city of Atlanta, Georgia. At Emory, in addition to my role as a Senior Associate Dean, I am the Military Connected Liaison for the Office of Undergraduate Admission at Emory. So if you are looking at Emory as an undergraduate student, I'm your go-to person to get you connected at Emory. So I'm going to give a brief overview of Emory University and talk on a few points about the university. As I mentioned, we are located in Atlanta, Georgia. And here you can see an aerial shot of campus and our proximity to the city of Atlanta. So we are in the city of Atlanta, but the city of Atlanta is made up of a lot of different neighborhoods. And so our neighborhood is called North Druid Hills, which is in the city of Atlanta, but from downtown Atlanta, we're about 10 minutes away. And so you're very close to downtown Atlanta and all the hot spots in town if you want to get those places. So Emory University, the university, it makes up a number of different colleges. We have the Emory College of Arts and Sciences, Oxford College, the Goizueta School of Business, the Woodruff School of Nursing, the Candler School of Theology, the Laney Graduate School, the Rollins School of Public Health, the School of Law, and the School of Medicine. All these divisions make up Emory University. For our purposes today, we're going to be talking about Emory College, as well as the Goizueta School of Business and Woodruff School of Nursing. So some things about Emory University. We've been named the number 13 college for best value among 100 private colleges. Number 17 in the United States for best value to students. One of my favorites, number 4, and we've gone up to that. So we're number 1 now in best quality of student life, and currently ranked 21 by US News and World Report overall for universities. So Emory, for undergraduates, we are a liberal arts college. Being that we are liberal arts, what I like to tell people with a liberal arts setting is that you will choose a major in whatever you like it to be in, but regardless of your major of study, you're going to take courses across all the disciplines that we offer at Emory. And so it really diversifies your curriculum or your education in college and really gives you I think, a well-rounded view of just education. I like to think a great byproduct of a liberal arts education is that you learn great critical thinking skills that can be applied to a lot of different places. Liberal arts, whereas most other types of education teach you how to do a job, a liberal arts education teaches you where you can be applicable to just about any kind of career. And so that's the style of education we do at Emory with liberal arts. Where Emory differs in a liberal arts setting is that we fully expect at Emory that you conduct research. It's not often that you have a university that's liberal arts plus a research institution, but Emory is a research one institution. So a ton of research happens at Emory every single day. And so as an undergraduate student, we encourage you to do research, so much so that in order to graduate from Emory with honors, you actually have to conduct research during your time with us. So extensive research. We saw about $80 million last year in research grants to the university. So ample opportunities for you to do research, and that can be with a professor or with one of our local partners in town to conduct that research. And we can accommodate research in every area of study. So it's not just the natural sciences that get research, but every major, every study can get research at Emory. So as I mentioned earlier, the undergraduate options that we have for students attending Emory University are going to be Emory College, Oxford College, the Goizueta School of Business, and the Woodruff School of Nursing. So we have 2 undergraduate colleges that you can start at. We have Emory College and Oxford College. Oxford College is where Emory started back in 1836, and it's actually located about 45 minutes east of the Atlanta campus. But no matter which campus you choose, in the first 2 years, that's which campus you'll be in, Emory College or Oxford College. After those 2 years, everyone comes to the Atlanta campus and goes into the majors that we offer. And so we offer undergraduate majors in Emory College, the Goizueta School of Business, and the Woodruff School of Nursing. So Oxford College is just going to be first and second year students only. Whereas Emory College, you have first through fourth year students on that campus. So Oxford College, if you are looking to transfer to Emory, Oxford College does not accept transfers. So if you're looking to transfer to Emory, Emory College is going to be your choice, but still leads to one of these three schools for an undergraduate major. So everyone starts, no matter where you start, everyone graduates from Emory University in Atlanta in one of these three colleges. So the Emory College of Arts and Sciences, that's going to be on the Atlanta campus, as I mentioned, has about 1,400 and now 50 undergraduate students, about 5,490 total undergraduates on campus. But a hallmark of the Emory College campus is that it's going to be geared towards independent learning and research. So ample research opportunities, as I mentioned earlier, you'll find on this campus. And so also with Emory College, that's where you'll find most of the majors that we offer at Emory. If you're looking at a major at Emory, likely it will be here at Emory College. But if you're looking at a business major, the business major is offered in the Goizueta School of Business. So the business school, you can actually transfer directly to the business school, or you can go to Emory College first and then start the business school in your third year at Emory. But in the business school, we offer a Bachelor of Business Administration. And so that's going to encompass marketing, management, finance, and accounting. So within that BBA program, you're going to declare a primary depth area of study. And so that's one of those areas of business that I just mentioned. And then what's really cool about our business program is that you can actually declare a secondary area. And those secondary areas change every year, but they vary from things like healthcare management to film and media management, all kinds of things that you can choose to really make that business degree a little more interesting. But as you can see here, our business graduates typically have no problem with employment after graduating from Emory. And that last year we saw about 94% of the graduates were employed within 90 days of graduation. And many of them got their employment before they even graduated from Emory. So that's a great thing about the business school. Then the School of Nursing, we offer a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. So I know it says here that we're the #4 nursing school in the country. That's gone up. So we're now the #2 nursing school in the country. #1 nursing school in the country for NIH research funding. And they have their own career services office. So we have an agreement with Emory School of Nursing that if you finish Emory School of Nursing, you are guaranteed a job with Emory Healthcare. Emory University, we have a number of hospitals in our system. So they are Emory's, all teaching hospitals. And so you graduate from our nursing school, you are guaranteed a position in one of those places. And average starting salary for our nurses at Emory is about $55,000, could be up to 60, that start off with coming out their first year with the School of Nursing. So some other things about the Emory College community, the greater community where Emory exists. We have over 550 clubs and organizations. We have 18 varsity sports teams. We're Division III athletics. And we host over 300 arts events every year on campus. So many things to get involved with on campus while you're here, and even to explore other interests that you might not have known that you had. Great place to do it at Emory. Here's a snapshot of kind of where our students are coming from and what the makeup of our students are. As you can see that we have students from literally all over the United States, and then about 60 countries as well on top of that. So you have people literally from all over the world attending Emory. We try to make sure that attending Emory, you have as much of a diverse experience, probably very similar to your military experience. We try to make that replicate that experience on our campus so that you can learn from people from all walks of life while you're at Emory. And so, as I mentioned, Emory is a leader in healthcare and research. We have 4 hospitals in the Emory system and a number of different medical clinics throughout the city of Atlanta. The Centers for Disease Control is our next door neighbor at Emory. And so with the CDC, we do a lot of research, healthcare research every day. We're the reason that in 2014, Ebola didn't go crazy in the United States. We had the first Ebola patients at Emory in the United States, and we treated them all successfully. And that was in conjunction with the CDC, as well as with COVID. We're the reason that there's a Moderna vaccine for COVID that was tested at Emory University. And the antiviral medication for COVID was discovered at Emory University. So really big healthcare leader that we are at Emory University. So ample resources to do research and just really stay healthy. Here's a snapshot of our women's swim and dive team that won the national championship. So there's a little shot there of them. What you see here is a student who's studying abroad. We fully expect that you might study abroad during your time at Emory, so much so that we have a study abroad office. So if you want to spend a semester or two away from Emory, you can do so. You just connect with our study abroad office and they tell you where you want to go, or you tell them where you want to go. And then they're going to find a partner in that country that you can partner with and study there. And your grades transfer back to Emory just like you were there the entire time. So a great resource we have there for studying abroad. So for you guys being veterans, we like to house you in our upperclassmen housing. Even if you come into Emory as a first-year student, as a veteran, you can live in the upperclassmen housing. This is a snapshot of the upperclassmen housing. They are apartment-style housings. You see it has a nice swimming pool in front. And the great thing about Georgia, that swimming pool tends to open each April and stays open really until about October. Sometimes I've even known it to stay open until November, but great place to live, really nice and neat and clean. So that's your options for as an upperclassman or as a veteran. But coming to Emory, you come to a bustling city. Atlanta is a fun place to be. I like to say that the city is one that is not super fast paced, where you get lost in the shuffle, but at the same time, it's not super slow paced. It's just right there in the middle. It's a good place to just really become whoever you want to become. The former mayor of Atlanta, Shirley Franklin, had a saying about Atlanta is that in Atlanta, every day is an opening day. So in Atlanta, every day is a day for you to be who you want to be and create your dreams. There's a certain kind of optimism that we have in the city of Atlanta that I think is just infectious. We're the number 3 city for Fortune 500 companies headquartered directly in the city. We're now the number 1 city for the film industry. So most movies and television shows that you watch are filmed in Georgia and namely in the Atlanta area. We're a top 20 green city. So we're literally a city within a forest. And we're also the healthcare capital of the Southeast in Atlanta. Emory makes up a big part of that footprint, but you have other major healthcare centers in Atlanta in addition to Emory. So here's a snapshot of some of the corporations that are headquartered in the city of Atlanta. And if you don't know any of them here, you got to know the big boy. That's Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is a really good friend of Emory University's. So I will let you know that we love Coca-Cola at Emory. You won't find any other drink on campus but Coca-Cola. You certainly won't find the P product on campus. We don't even mention it. We just know it exists, but Coca-Cola is it. Here's an area shot of Midtown Atlanta, namely from Piedmont Park. That's Atlanta's version of Central Park. Great place to get out and get exercise, run, bike, and jog. In the springtime, there are a lot of festivals that happen at Piedmont Park. Coming up this fall, there's going to be Music Midtown, and then you have One Music Fest. So big music festivals. I heard Janet Jackson is coming to the One Music Fest, and it's going to be crazy when they come. And Music Midtown, Elton John typically always performs. Elton John is a part-time Atlanta resident, so he's here, and so he likes to perform at Music Midtown. But back to the application. So here's a snapshot of our application deadlines. So we are an early decision school at Emory. If you're going to be applying as a first-year student, that decision is binding. We have two of those deadlines, November 1st and January 1st. And then we have a regular decision deadline of also January 1st. If you want to be considered for merit-based scholarships, and this is if you are a first-year student, not a transfer student, but if you are a first-year student and you're looking for merit-based scholarships, the application for the scholarship is also your application for admission. You just simply check on the application that you'd like to be considered for what's called Emory Scholars. But the caveat is that we need to receive your application by November 15th. If you submit by November 15th, you'll be considered for our merit-based scholarships. And they can range from half the cost of tuition to full tuition, room, board, and fees. But if you're looking to apply to Emory as a transfer student, the deadline for the transfer application is March 15th. We only enroll transfers in the fall semester, so there's no spring admission. But March 15th is the deadline. The application fee is waived for you as veterans or military connected individuals. So you don't have to worry about the application fee. But to be considered for transfer, we'll need official transcripts from all colleges that you've attended, as well as your high school transcript. And that needs to be sent directly to us for consideration. We are test optional at Emory. So it's totally up to you if you want to submit an SAT or ACT score. If you don't submit it, it is totally fine. We don't really spend a lot of time looking at those scores. It's just kind of like, I say icing on the cake, but we much rather see how well you've done in your previous college courses and in high school. And then we require one faculty recommendation. So that can be at a college that you're attending now. I've even known some of our military connected individuals to maybe get a recommendation from their CO or their supervisor in the military. Those are always really helpful. But we just need one recommendation letter to someone that can speak about your abilities and your merits. So with our application process, we are a holistic application review office, meaning that we look at every single thing to make a decision. So one single thing does not qualify or disqualify you for admission. We like to, I say, get to know you. And because it's going to be you who's going to come to the campus and do great things. A grade point average won't tell me those things. And I think also to be at Emory, you have to be a good student. You have to be a good student and a good person, period. And a grade point average doesn't necessarily tell me if you're a good person or not. So that's why we take the holistic application review. So like I said, we're going to look at your grades. We're going to look at the kind of curriculum you've had in high school and even in college. We'll look at your personal attributes about you, recommendation letters, your answers to the essays, and all those things are considered. And as far as extracurricular involvement, I think you all as veterans have outstanding extracurricular involvement because you all served in the United States military at some point. And I think that is like probably some of the best extracurricular involvement you can put on your applications. So don't discount that. But all those things are things that we consider in making a class at Emory. And for veterans in particular, we know that you guys really elevate the intellectual curiosity in a classroom. You've had really unique experiences. You've been all over the world, and coupled with people in a room who probably not have those experiences, you bring a whole lot to the classroom setting. So that's why we take that holistic review, because we want to get to know you, and we know that after military service, you guys are really committed students and are capable of learning really hard things. So that's our holistic review. So for financial aid at Emory, and this is need-based aid, so this is not merit aid, for students who are U.S. citizens or U.S. permanent residents, we meet 100% of demonstrated need. That means that we're going to look and see what it is that you can afford to attend Emory. And whatever it is you can afford to attend Emory, we like to come and help you out with a series of grants. And so those are monies that we give you that help you along your way to Emory University. And so something that has just been rolled out with our financial aid at Emory. If you do get financial aid at Emory, your financial aid package will no longer include student loans. So We want your student loan indebtedness to be as low as possible. So the best way to do it is to just not even offer student loans at all. So if you have a financial aid package at Emory, it will not have a student loan package or student loans with it as well. If you'd like to take out student loans, you certainly may, but it's not because we are making you do it. Because again, our financial aid package, you will not have a student loan. And this is all separate from your GI Bill benefits that you might be using. Some students use a GI Bill, some don't when coming to Emory. But if you don't use a GI Bill, you are certainly eligible for all our need-based aid that we offer. But if you're looking at the GI Bill at Emory, the amount that you get to come to Emory with the GI Bill this year is about $26,000. We are a yellow ribbon school at Emory. So that means that Emory contributes $7,000 toward that cost. And then it is matched by the VA. So it comes out to about $14,000 that you bring with you to Emory. But as a military member or a veteran attending Emory, using your GI Bill or not using your GI Bill, you get membership in the Emory Veterans Association, of which we have a veterans liaison on our campus who works with you to guide you through campus. His name is Don Cornwall. He's an Army vet, and so he works very closely with our veterans who are there to make sure they have everything they need and to keep them connected. But also, as a veteran, you get automatic access to the veterans program with Emory Healthcare. So another great thing for veterans at Emory, the Atlanta VA Center is next door to Emory as well. So that includes the Atlanta VA as well as the Atlanta VA Hospital. So Emory University does a lot of things with the two. So if there's healthcare services that you might need at the VA, they're interchangeable. So the VA might send you over to Emory for healthcare. Some things you might go to the VA. We work really close together, but your VA benefits will work on both places, like you in the VA the entire time. So strongly welcome you to visit campus. We do daily visits every day. Just go on our website that's listed below to schedule your visit. Whenever you schedule the visit, we'll be there welcoming you with open arms. We do a few Saturday open houses. You also see those on that website. But if you're able to get to this part of the country, I strongly recommend you come check it out because the slideshow just can't do it justice. I think certainly seeing it in person really, really does the place justice. But you can also connect with us on social media. So we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, or now X is what it's called. So Snapchat too. So many ways that you can stay in touch with us, and I recommend you do so. But that's all I have. So if there are any questions, I think Amanda has my contact information and is going to pass it on. Feel free to reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you with anything you need. But I wish you all the very best in your college journey. I want you to know that we want you badly on our campuses. You are needed. You are capable. I think it's just a matter of you taking that first step of applying. And the fact that you're connected with Service in Schools tells me that you have taken that first step. But trust yourself, trust the process. You have everything you need to be successful in this. So I wish you all the very best and take care.